In a quiet African village surrounded by thick forests and golden fields lived two sisters, Amora and Leila. They were known for their beauty, kindness, and the unbreakable bond they shared since childhood. Wherever one went, the other followed. Their laughter often filled the air, and their love for each other was admired by everyone in the village. But fate took a strange turn. Both sisters fell in love with the same man, Okoro, a handsome and wealthy young farmer. Unable to choose between them, and with their parents' agreement, Okoro married them both, first Amora, the elder, and later Leila, the younger. At first, peace reigned in the household. Amora, the first wife, was gentle and patient, while Leila was full of life and energy. But soon sorrow shadowed Amora's heart. Years passed, and she could not conceive. Leila, on the other hand, was blessed with children, one after another. Yet Amora's love never changed. She treated her sister's children as her own, carrying them on her back, feeding them, and singing them to sleep as if they came from her own womb. Then came the day that changed everything. One bright afternoon, Amora was playing with Leila's younger son, a baby boy just learning to walk. She lifted him into the air, laughing as his tiny hands reached out to touch her face. But in one terrible moment, her foot slipped on a smooth stone, and the baby fell from her hands. He hit the ground hard. Everything went still. Amora screamed and rushed to pick him up, but the child was lifeless. Moments later, Leila came running, hearing her sister's cry. When she saw her son's body in Amora's arms, something in her broke. "You killed my son," she screamed, her voice shaking with rage and grief. "You were jealous. You wanted me to feel your pain." Amora fell to her knees, trembling. "No, Leila. It was a mistake. Please believe me." But Leila's screams echoed through the village. People gathered quickly, whispering and pointing. Some said it was truly an accident, others murmured that jealousy burns quietly and deeply. The case was taken before the village chief, a wise old man named Chief Obina. He summoned everyone to the village square, where the crowd gathered beneath the ancient tree. Leila stood weeping, holding her son's cloth, while Amora knelt before the chief, tears running down her face. "She must pay with her life," Leila cried. "She killed my child." But the chief raised his hand. "Silence," he said. "This is a matter of truth and the spirits." Some villagers shouted that Amora should be killed, others begged for mercy, believing it was an accident. Finally, the chief spoke with a heavy heart. "Because this woman claims her innocence, the spirits must decide. She will be banished to the evil forest. If she passes through it and survives, the gods will prove her innocence. But if not, her death will serve as punishment." Amora was taken to the edge of the dark, whispering forest. She turned once more toward her sister. "Leila," she cried, "I never meant to harm your child. May the gods judge me fairly." But Leila looked away, her heart consumed by grief. Then Amora stepped into the forest. The evil forest was feared by all, filled with wild beasts, dark spirits, and strange cries at night. But Amora walked with faith. For days, she wandered, hungry and weak, yet her heart remained pure. She prayed to God for strength and guidance. And then, one dawn, she emerged from the other side, alive. The villagers, upon hearing the news, were astonished. Many said, "Truly, she was innocent. The gods have spoken." But Amora did not return. She continued her journey until she reached a neighboring kingdom, where she met a kind prince who was drawn to her gentle spirit. The prince married her, and for the first time in her life, Amora's womb opened. She gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. Her tears of sorrow turned into tears of joy. Years later, her story spread far and wide, the story of the barren woman who was falsely accused, who walked through the forest of death and found new life. And in her heart, she forgave her sister, whispering each night, "May the truth bring her peace, as it has brought me.